and I couldn't look away. I found myself watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians religiously. It was my guilty pleasure. Their lives seemed so glamorous, so effortlessly perfect. I envied them. Their fame, their fortune, their access to the world's most exclusive circles. I started dreaming of a life like theirs. Of red carpets and paparazzi flashes, of designer clothes and private jets. I imagined myself at the center of it all, just like Kim. My obsession grew. I followed her every move on social media. I read every article, every tweet, every comment. I felt a strange connection to her, like I understood her, like we were kindred spirits. One day, my chance encounter came. I saw her. In the flesh, Kim Kardashian. She was even more stunning in person. Her skin glowed, her eyes sparkled. An aura of power seemed to radiate off of her. Our eyes met for a fleeting moment. My heart raced. I felt a jolt of electricity surge through me. She smiled. A knowing smile that sent chills down my spine. That night, I couldn't sleep. Her image was seared into my mind. Her eyes, those piercing eyes, seemed to follow me everywhere. The feeling of unease returned, stronger than ever. Something wasn't right. I tried to shake off the feeling. It was like a shadow that followed me everywhere, a nagging sense of unease that I couldn't quite put my finger on. Told myself I was being silly, that it was all in my head. But no matter how much I tried to rationalize it, the feeling persisted. But the more I learned about Kim, the more troubled I became. Every article, every post, every piece of information seemed to add another layer to the mystery. The meticulously crafted image, the carefully curated life, it felt staged. Like a performance meant to distract from something hidden. Like a facade hiding something dark and sinister. There was an unsettling contrast between the public persona and the shadows lurking behind it. I started noticing the patterns. Little things that didn't quite add up. Inconsistencies that hinted at a deeper truth. The subtle symbolism in her photos. Symbols that seemed out of place, yet too deliberate to be mere coincidence. The strange occurrences surrounding her. Lights flickering, shadows moving where they shouldn't, objects shifting on their own. The people she associated with. Influential figures, all with their own secrets and hidden agendas. There was an undercurrent of darkness to it all. A sense of foreboding that seemed to permeate every aspect of her life. A sense of something ancient and evil lurking beneath the surface. As if her life was intertwined with forces beyond our understanding. My friends noticed the change in me. They saw how obsessed I had become. How the mystery consumed my every thought. My constant talk of conspiracies and hidden agendas. They thought I was losing my grip on reality, that I was seeing connections where there were none. They brushed it off as me going too deep down the rabbit hole, but I knew better. I was onto something big, and I wasn't going to stop until I uncovered the truth, no matter how deep or dark it was. Section 5. Kim's eyes. Her eyes became my obsession. I'd spend hours staring at her pictures online, zooming in on them, analyzing every pixel. They were different now, colder, more calculating. I saw flashes of something inhuman in their depths, a flicker of something ancient and malevolent. It was terrifying, yet I couldn't tear myself away. I started seeing them everywhere, in the shadows, in reflections, in my dreams. Those eyes watching me, judging me. I was losing my grip on reality. Section 6. Delving deeper. This is where the story takes a darker turn, where the shadows grow longer, and the mysteries deepen. Desperate for answers, I turned to the internet. The glow of the screen was my only companion in the dark room. I scoured forums, blogs, and obscure websites. Each click, each scroll, brought me closer to the truth, or so I hoped. I found others who shared my suspicions. Late-night discussions with strangers who seemed to know more than they let on. People who saw through the facade. They spoke in hushed tones, their faces obscured by shadows. Who knew the truth about Kim Kardashian? a truth that was more unsettling than any tabloid headline. They spoke of ancient rituals, whispered secrets passed down through generations, of sacrifices made in exchange for fame and fortune. The price of stardom was far greater than anyone could imagine, of a dark entity that granted power, an entity that lurked in the shadows, waiting for its next victim, to those willing to pay the ultimate price, a pact sealed in darkness, a deal made with the unknown. At first, I dismissed it as the ramblings of conspiracy theorists, but the pieces fit. The more I read, the more it made sense. The clues were all there, hidden in plain sight. Symbols and signs that I had overlooked before. They don't want you to know the truth about her. Look closer. The signs are everywhere. Messages from those who had seen too much. Hashtag the price of fame. A warning, a clue, a call to dig deeper into the darkness. Section 7, The Ritual. Then I found it. A video. Grainy and poorly lit. It showed a young Kim Kardashian in a dark room. She was surrounded by hooded figures. A strange symbol was etched into the floor. They were chanting. A low, guttural chant that sent shivers down my spine. Kim was trembling, her eyes wide with fear. The video cut out before I could see what happened next. But I knew. I knew in my gut what had transpired in that room. Kim Kardashian had made a deal with a dark force. She had sacrificed something precious, and in return, she had been granted unimaginable power. Section 8, The Price of Fame. The more I learned, the more horrified I became. The price of Kim's fame was far greater than anyone could have imagined. It was a Faustian bargain that had unleashed something evil into the world. I saw the signs everywhere. The subtle nods to the occult in her fashion choices. The disturbing subliminal messages in her music videos. The trail of broken lives in her wake. She wasn't just a celebrity. She was a conduit, a vessel for something ancient and malevolent. And she was using her influence to spread its darkness across the globe. Section 9, The Transformation. The transformation was complete. The once innocent girl from reality TV was gone, replaced by something cold, calculating, and utterly ruthless. Her eyes, those windows to the soul, were now vacant, devoid of any warmth or humanity. They were the eyes of a predator. She was no longer human, not entirely. She was something else, something monstrous. Section 10, Trapped. I tried to warn people, to tell them what I had learned, but no one believed me. They laughed, dismissed me as crazy. I was alone, trapped in a nightmare of my own making, haunted by those eyes, hunted by the entity that controlled her. My life was falling apart. My job, my relationships, my sanity, all sacrificed at the altar of my obsession. Section 11, The Warning. I don't know how much time has passed. Days, weeks, months? Time has lost all meaning. I'm writing this as a warning to anyone who will listen. Don't be fooled by the glamour. Don't be seduced by the fame. It's all a lie. A carefully constructed illusion to hide the horrifying truth. Kim Kardashian is not who you think she is. She is a harbinger of something dark and dangerous. And if you're not careful, she'll drag you down with her. Run, while you still can.